Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Yusuf Zakaria. I will be presenting my first assignment, which is class of ROV, component of ROV, and mode of operation of ROV. Okay, for component of ROV, there are actually three component of ROV. The first one is topside control. Second one is telemetry and transmission, and the third one is subsea equipment. For topside control, it consists of control PC and transformer. For telemetry and transmission, it has umbilical winch and LAS, stand for launch and recovery system. Subsea equipment, it has two components, which is TMS and ROV. TMS stands for Theater Management System, ROV Remote Operating Vehicle. Okay, for class of ROV, I will explain to you. There are 6 classes of ROV. First one is eyeball. The second one is inspection class. The third one is work class. The fourth one is heavy work class, and the fifth one is development AUV. For eyeball, it is also known as observation class. So its classification is it can be handheld, it has lightweight, and it can cater only camera for the ROV in the eyeball observation class ROV. For inspection class, it's differ from eyeball, which it can attach a lot more component in its ROV. Example here is CVI, GVI, which stand for cross visual inspection, GVI, general visual inspection, CP, cathodic protection, FMD, UT, grabber, and it has around less than 80 horsepower, and it can also attach multi-axis maneuver. It also can do multi-axis maneuver. Okay, for the third one is work class. Its characteristic is it has larger than 80 horsepower, but lesser than 250 horsepower, and it can attach manipulator in the ROV, and it can attach 2 manipulator in the ROV. For heavy work class, it has the characteristic is it has much larger speed than work class, which is it has 250 horsepower, larger and less than 150 horsepower. And the last one is development AUV. We can also the characteristic is man drive. This ROV can cater man inside the ROV. Okay, for the last one, mode of operation. Okay, the first mode of operation here, as you can see, there are 4 types of mode of ROV operation. Okay, the first one is called suitcase. Okay, this operation is example of suitcase operation is an eyeball class ROV. which is the characteristic is not it has not so strong power, not strong like the other ROV, so it can be affected by the current wave of the ocean. Okay, for the second one, it is called free fly. Okay, for free fly, the example of free fly is an inspection class. It has the characteristic of an inspection class. So the free fly mode of ROV operation is where we can control the ROV from the top side, and it has an umbilical winch where it attaches direct to the ROV. So the characteristic of this firefly mode of ROV operation is it can travel quite far, around 1 kilometer. Okay, for the third one, this mode of operation is called TMS cage. Okay, for this type of ROV, we can class it in the work class ROV. Okay, it has a control van here and umbilical winch, and it has a large where it can launch the ROV, but the ROV is put inside a cage here, where this cage the umbilical winch are also attached here, but the characteristic of this ROV is it much stable than other ROV class, but it cannot travel long, around 600 meters only. Okay, for the last one, it is called top head. Okay, TMS top head, sorry, TMS top head. Okay, for this type of mode of ROV operation, it also have control van, and it has umbilical winch, and it is attached to LARS, but this ROV has TMS here, where the TMS is attached to the ROV. So this ROV, the characteristic is also stable, but it can travel longer than the TMS cage work class. Okay, that's all for my presentation. Thank you.